Hi, everyone. I am Drone Diva Desi, and I am so excited to have our guest speaker here with us. We have had conversations off camera that just go on forever because it's been so interesting. So we have Chris Tinard here with us. He's with the Arizona Drone Fest, and he's going to share a little bit more about the Drone Fest and some of the other really great things that he has going on in the industry right now. So, Chris, I'm going to send it over to you. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I know, like you're saying, we've had conversation in the past, and this is just great to sit down with you again and have those conversations for everybody to kind of see what's happening. So yeah, so this is I launched AZDroneFest 8 years ago. This is going to be our eighth festival, which seems crazy to me. Like it just kind of sparked out of a silly thought of, hey, what if we have a drone film festival? It'd be cool. And this is our 8th year, so that's super exciting. But I come from the film industry. I have a video production company. That's my main job. And so drone kind of was part of my toolkit. It's not my main activity. Probably, I have a drone on every shoot that I go to. We probably use it. Less than 10% of what I do is aerial cinematography. The rest is regular cinematography. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what I do. And then I played in a lot of different things. I'm a guy who loves to stay busy, so I have a lot of things going on at the same time. So,
Yes, you do. So, one of the things that I like, and I love that this is your 8th year. Congratulations. It's
thank you.
fabulous. And it's really exciting because I see so often that there are film festivals, but this one is drone agnostic. And so I love that aspect of it. And that's something that's always intrigued me about it. So, what sparked your interest to go that direction?
Yeah, actually, what's funny is, yeah, probably 9 years ago, I saw the first drone film festival that I'd ever heard of, which was the New York Film Festival at the time, which doesn't exist under that name anymore. It's now Thunderbird, I believe it was purchased, and so now it's Thunderbird Film Festival. And I entered because I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome! Like I've never heard of that, and I entered and I thought it was great. I didn't get nominated or anything, but I thought, man, like there should be more of those. Like there just wasn't a lot of film festival at the time, and so I just thought it would be great to have to organize one. I didn't understand that. Well, then I couldn't enter my own work into my own festival. So, so I don't enter anything. I just, yeah. But I think the uniqueness of ours is also that I saw a need with bringing together pilots of all different background. And really that's our mission, is to use aerial cinematography as a way to get people excited about the drone industry, whether they're filming, whether they're first responders using their drone in automatic mode and just capturing necessity for their work, or whether they're doing agriculture or inspections or whatever. I just saw that there was probably some synergy where we could all learn from each other, depending, no matter what industry we were involved in. And could we use beautiful imagery to then spark interest and continue the passion of around the drone industry. And so that's what we try to do. We try to bring all those different players in the drone industry into one, I was going to say one roof, but we're outside. And it just creates something very unique. It's because we can get together as cinematographer and we can talk, cameras and gear and things. But to also walk around with engineers and software developers that have a very different perspective on how to use those tools, I think is a really interesting, it just creates something very unique. So.
Yes, yes. And the whole event that you offer is been so fun. I've seen it happening over the years. And so tell us a little bit about the event itself.
Yeah, and so it's actually 3 events in one,
Yeah.
and we keep tweaking it, changing it a little bit because again we try to expose as many people to all the different aspects of cinematography or drones in general. So we have a family event that's free for anybody to attend. That's outside. We have all our vendors. We have drone demonstration outside. We also play all the nominated film on a giant screen outside for everybody to see. And that's been really fantastic. We used to have the film festival to the side, where in a theater, and that was super fun too. But to incorporate outside in front of everybody is really a fun thing, because again, now we have kids that are coming here. They're watching, they're watching all the drones, and now they can see the product, like wow, this is a cool film or whatever. I can do this with drones. So that's kind of the main part, is this free family event. And then so we have the film festival where people entered, and we send out amazing trophies. There's one back there, all over the world, which is one of my favorite things, is to see pictures of people with our awards in Australia, in Korea, wherever. It's been super fun to see that. And then we have an expo where people can pay to attend, and we have breakout sessions where you can go listen to expert talk on all kind of different topic, whether they're first responders, whether they're cinematographers, FPV pilots, whatever it is. That's for our VIP guests to attend the expo. So it's those three events combined together, and it just makes for a really fun day.
Ah, yes. And I love that you've incorporated that family aspect. Yeah, that's unique in itself. And, it's really exposing younger generations to aviation as a
Yeah,
whole. So,
yeah. No,
yeah.
and that's it. That was the goal. And so we've done things like drone soccer. We'll have drone soccer again this year. We have this year for the first year, and I'm super excited about. We have a partnership with Major League Drone Racing, and so they will be out there racing like the full size FPVs. So I'm super excited about it. We've tried to have drone racing for many years, and I think finally this year we'll have what I had envisioned in the beginning. So that's super exciting. But it's using those, like you're saying, to bring those younger kids into an awareness of what's possible with that technology. And so we also have exhibitors like universities and other educational partners that offers then career within the field of aviation. Like Embry Riddle is there, and ASU's drone program is going to be there. So it's those partners that then create this continuity between, I can have fun with this drone, but then look at all the different aspects of what you can do in the industry.
Yes. And that's one of the things that I say so often is, there's so many different things you can do with that technology. You don't
Yeah.
have to be the pilot. You can be doing so many different things. And it just opens up so many career paths. I mean, obviously cinematography. And one of my big favorites that I always share with the students is GIS. When we talk about GIS, that's everything. And yet you can
Yeah.
do that with the drone, so yeah, it's
Yeah, and I mean the reality, and I think that will be a big topic in this year's expo for us is, and I've been saying that for actually a few years already, like piloting a drone is going to come to an end, and it's really the easy side of the industry, because those drone flies themselves, and so becoming a drone pilot is just not enough. You need to have another specialty. You need to have something else attached to it, and then the drone is just the tool that you use. And so we don't focus a lot on learning how to pilot those drones, because I think that just won't exist. Like it's done. But using that tool in so many different ways is really what we're interested in.
yeah, yeah. All right, so tell us a little bit more about the Drone Fest itself, maybe entry, what are some of the
Yeah.
options and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so that's super fun. So we added some categories this year, so I'm not quite sure. I apologize. I don't know if we have 10 or 11 or 12 categories, but it's in that realm. So we have
Quite a few.
categories that range from still photography, for example, to landscape. But we also have FPV categories. We actually have two categories this year for FPVs because we saw a
Newbie?
huge. So we don't have a newbie FPV category. That might be something to consider. Yeah. We have, so what we've seen in the FPV categories is it's first of all, it's one of my favorite categories. It's so amazing what those guys do. But we have really two different type of FPV flying. We have the ones that use FPV in a cinematic way. And then we have what we call the freestyle, which is the guys that can do all the flips and the crazy stuff. And when we saw them playing in the same category, it just didn't seem fair because you look at a very talented pilot and then at a very talented cinematographer, and to make a decision between which one wins that category was very difficult. So now we created two different categories. So our acrobatic type pilots can now have their own freestyle category where just their piloting skills can be recognized. So we're pretty excited about that because those are super fun to watch. So yeah, so entry starts actually November 1st. It's going to be open call for entries, open for anybody who wants to enter their videos into our film festival from November 1st to I think the end of January.
Okay.
I have a great coupon for your viewers. If they can use Drone Diva and they'll get 10% off the entry fees.
Woo,
And so
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. We want to see a lot of Drone Divas at our festival. That's what
All
we want to
right.
see.
Come on, divas.
That's right. Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, we just invite people to check out the website, AZDroneFest.com. They'll see all the categories, the rules for every category. Typically they're all pretty much the same outside of, we have a narrative category, which is more for like films and documentaries, where, those are like long form, but we'll only judge the drone footage. So it's not like your documentary has to be only about drone footage. It could be a normal documentary, and our judges are only going to look at the aerial cinematography and judge you off of those shots.
Oh, that's really good to know, because I know in the past I've seen where it said it had to be like, I don't know, 80% or something like that, drone footage, but to see it from the other side, just the drone footage is what I looked at.
So we have those requirements for the other videos, which I believe they're 50%, right? Okay. So if you do like a landscape category or whatever, then we want at least 50% of the shots to be drone shots. But for our narrative category, we don't have that. Like you can create a feature film. If you have 2 drone shots in there, we'll just judge the 2 drone shots.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, wow. How exciting. I love this. Wait, we have one question that I don't know if we've actually covered yet. When is it?
Right. Yeah, maybe we should say that. Yeah, so March 14th, 2026 is the actual event. So that's a Saturday, March 14th. It's going to be held at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. We've been there since day one. Just a great facility for us to hold the event. And so, yeah, we encourage everybody to come out. Again, we ask if people can register even for the free ticket on our website, just so that we have an idea of how many people are showing up. And then, of course, if you want to purchase tickets to attend the expo, tickets will be available online on our website as well. So right now they're not available, but starting the first of the year, I believe the tickets will be available to purchase.
All right. But if somebody wanted to enter, they can do that as of November 1st.
That's correct.
Gotcha. Well,
yeah, so that is exciting. That's an exciting season when we start seeing those films coming in, and we really get films from all over the world. And that's the most amazing thing to me, because I never thought we would get that kind of reputation and the kind of films that we get. Like we get amazing films. But also it's kind of hard. Like I remember people telling me, "Hey, Chris, be careful, because some of us feel very intimidated by the films that you're showing, because I don't feel like I'm up to par." And so we're trying to find this balance of, we want to encourage anybody to say, "Hey, you can enter," and really trying to showcase your work. And I know it's hard. Like I've entered my own work in different film festivals, and it's tricky, and it can be a bummer when you don't get selected. But I think the idea is just keep entering your work, keep improving your skills, keep measuring yourself against some of those other talents, and hopefully you'll get your moment to be recognized as well.
Awesome. So do you show past winners on YouTube? If somebody wanted to just kind of get a feel for what the footage is like?
Yeah, so on our website, I believe we have the last 3 or 4 years that you can go look at of the winners, not the entries. It's all the winners. So it is tricky because it's all the best ones.
The best. That's where you need to elevate your skills to.
That's right. Yeah. No, that's right. That's right. And the other thing that we do, which is probably my favorite part of the day, and selfishly, I did that just for me, but I created the Director's Choice Award. So I'm not a judge. I don't get to vote on who gets to be nominated or win. And I wanted to do that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to create my own award that I get to pick whoever I want and give an award to. And so that's called the Director's Choice. And the criteria is for me to see somebody who's almost there, who either didn't get nominated or didn't win, but their cinematography, you can see like the talent is getting there. It's really, really close. And it's just this encouragement to say, you know what, I see you, I see what you're doing, keep doing it, you're almost there. And so that's my favorite thing is to hand out the Director's Choice Award.
I love it. I love it. And if I remember correctly, a friend of mine, Kara Murphy, won it last year, and her
That's
work
right.
was phenomenal.
And she is super, super talented. So that was an easy one for me. I was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Yeah, so yeah, she highly deserved that and more. And hopefully we'll see her again this year at the festival. Hopefully we'll see her work at the festival. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
that's been the best part of creating this festival is those relationships, is meeting, and I got to meet Kara this last September for the first time, like in person.
Oh, right.
Um, yeah, and that was so fun, like to just create those relationships between, creative people or just drone people has been just amazing.
I love it. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I know that's an exciting part, but I think you have other stuff happening. So take the hat off, put on a different hat,
Yeah, I
right?
have hats right here. I could do that. Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about some of the other things that you have going on right now.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things happening for sure. Probably the biggest one right now is I've been working on producing, directing my first full-length documentary series. I've done documentaries before, but I've always been hired to do documentary, to film and direct documentaries. And this one, I wanted to be my own project, and so I went to Kenya a couple times. My first trip was 5 years ago, and went to the Maasai tribe and really saw something that I was not prepared to see. And it was, the Maasais are portrayed around the world as this beautiful, living in nature kind of tribe. And the reality is completely different. And it's really the story of all indigenous people that have been pushed out of their native lands and parked into government sanctioned areas. And so I just saw a real dilemma. And so my documentary is called The Maasai Dilemma, of where they live and how the modern world is forcing them into decisions that are impossible to make. And really the decision is, if this individual wants to survive, they have to leave the tribe, leave all their customs, leave their tradition way of life. And by doing that, they survive, but then they kill or accelerate the extinction of the rest of the tribe. And so that's the dilemma. And so I went back last July and kind of worked on the logistic side of filming this documentary. And right now I'm in the middle of not the funnest part for me, which is funding the project. And so attending a lot of different meetings and trying to meet people and pitching the project so that hopefully we can go back and spend about a month filming the documentary. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And I have to agree. When your passion is there, being there with their culture and building that side of it and showing what their culture is about, it's like that funding side of it is not the side, but you have that heart and passion and you want to get it out there, you want to share it. And so
Yeah.
what
No,
is,
and I think that's been key actually, in meeting people. And I think people that are interested in funding some of those projects, they want to see that. They want to see your passion, right? They can, there's nothing really unique about the story itself. There's something unique about my perspective and the reason why I want to do that project. And that's what they're interested about.
yeah, Yeah. So what do you see for the future of your film and your adventure that you're going on right now?
Yeah. Yeah, so the big event is early February, the first week of February. There's a huge conference in Miami called NAPT Global, which is where all the big executive of all the networks come together and purchase content for the year. And so I'll be attending that. I have a bunch of meetings lined up with that. And so it's me pitching the documentary. It's mostly, you know, it's mostly an opportunity to me face to face with those executives and for them to see who I am and to hear the passion that I have. And
Yeah.
then we can move forward into more specific conversation about what would that look like as far as doing a partnership. But yeah, so that's a big week coming up. So right now I'm all into that, building all my material, setting up my meetings, talking with a bunch of different executives to try to get as much out of the conference as possible. And then hopefully going back out there in Kenya to film. It looks like right now the plan is about 28 days of on the ground. It's not 28 days of filming, but very close. We have a couple of days to kind of breathe a little bit. But yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, so then you have 28 days of filming, sort of.
Yep.
And then how many hours of editing behind the scenes?
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
So that's going to be interesting. So in the past, when I've been commissioned to do feature-length documentary, it would. I just told you the story offline, but I remember quoting a client about 200 hours of editing for their feature-length documentary, and we ended up doing 350 hours to put that together. This one is a little different because it's a series, so we're looking at anywhere between 4 and 6 episodes. I'd like to do 6. Typically, the network likes to do 4, and so we'll see where we land. And so that has its own challenge, but it also kind of speeds up the process. Once you have the first one done, kind of you can apply some of the same principles to the other episodes, and so it's not like you're going to multiply 200 hours times 6. For each episode. So, but it's a lot of work for sure. So we're anticipating a couple of years of work as far as, the funding, the filming, and then the post-production. We're anticipating a couple of years of work.
Ah, well, I wish you the best of luck on that.
Thank you.
And I love that you're sharing your passion with it
Yeah.
and telling your story that way. Amazing, amazing.
So they
So,
can go, so people can go, I have a website too called themasaifilm.com.
okay.
And they can get all the information there. We have a nice little teaser. We actually just shot some footage last July on my last trip. And so we're able to put at least a little teaser to kind of get a proof of concept and see what we like and didn't like. And so people can go check that out on themasaifilm.com.
Perfect, perfect. So I was just about to ask that if somebody wanted to get actively involved, is there something they could do? And that would be going out and checking out the website and seeing the
Yep.
teaser that you put together.
Yep.
And
I was lucky to take with me on this last trip an amazing photographer, Adrian Baer, Baer Photography. And he took, I don't know, thousands and thousands of just amazing pictures. And he kindly lets me use some of those on the website. So you can see some of my shots, but also some of Adrian's work, and it's just absolutely stunning. And then there's obviously a way to financially support the project as well on the website. So if people are inclined to, and I know, thank you so much for helping. I know you participated in that. And so thank you for being generous in that way. But people can get involved that way.
I see the passion. Yes. Yeah. And telling that story and making that culture survive. That's
Yeah.
huge with me. So yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
exciting
Yep.
stuff. So taking that hat off, do you have anything else
You want me to
that
put another one? I have this one on here. Let me put this one on.
which hat do we want to put on? Okay, what do we got here?
This one is cinematic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us
So
about that side.
yeah, so in all my free time,
Because there's
no,
so much of it.
yeah, there's so much free time. No, but another thing, and I think part of AZDroneFest, part of the Film Festival is ultimately a love that I have for teaching people and educating people on all kind of different things. But I definitely have a huge heart for sharing my understanding and my knowledge of cinematography. And so I created Cinematic, which is a combination of cinema and nomadic, and created online courses for people to learn cinematography. And so you can go to cinematic.com, and I have my online workshops that people can check out. There's also ton and ton of free content on YouTube. If they just go to Cinematic on YouTube, they can get hours and hours of tips and tricks on how to do better lighting or better composition or any of that stuff. So that's just a place where I spend a lot of my time actually throughout the day is on Cinematic and kind of trying to help people achieve better quality cinematography. And I think at AZDroneFest we may do something with that, where again, we see a lot of people that that know how to fly their drone, but then don't understand the cinematography side of things. And so we want to help in that way as well. And so maybe during the event we'll have some classes available for people to come and learn cinematography a little bit.
Wow, it's just getting bigger and bigger. I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do when I put this video up, I will make sure that I put all the links in there. And so, but can you run through them again, just
Yes.
so people can hear them one more time?
Yep.
Let's
So
start with
first thing is AZDroneFest.com.
Okay.
That's the main one. We want you guys to enter your film. We want you to attend the event. So AZDroneFest.com is great. The MaasaiFilm.com if you're interested in the documentary and supporting us that way. And then Cinematic.com, which is all my online courses. So those are the three main ones. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, so I know we are running out of time, and I value your time, and thank you for sharing with us. Do you have any last minute words that you would like to share with people that would be watching right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think again, it's more about people being inspired, and I want to encourage people to continue to fly, continue to practice, continue to improve your skills, regardless of where you're at, because you just never know, and that's what it takes. It is just being out there, making mistakes, and learning from them to get to the levels that you want. And I'm always available to answer questions. People can email me, they can reach me through all those different websites. And I'll be happy to answer any questions as far as helping them in how to elevate their skill set. And so, yeah, super excited. Huh?
No pun, of course.
Yeah.
Elevate your skill sets.
Yeah, but hopefully, and I love the event itself as far as meeting a lot of people, and that's so hopefully we can meet a lot of your viewers at the event in March. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yes. I'm excited. I will be there. So I'm looking
Well,
forward.
we need you to be there and do this live at the event.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
Yes,
That
let's
was
do it.
easy. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Come out and see us, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
So we
love it.
still don't know some of the content, but we are talking with some amazing drone pilots to actually come down and be in person as part of our panels and discussions and guests, which is new for us to bring people from out of state. We've done remote interviews of people during those breakout sessions, but to have them actually attend the event itself would be amazing. So we won't divulge here who it is because we don't have confirmation yet, but we're working on bringing some of those people in town, and I think that would be a super fun thing to see.
Wow, stay tuned for sure,
Yes,
right? There's a teaser.
that's right. That's right.
Um, well, Chris, I thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for everything you're doing in the drone industry and elevating us. Ah, yes.
Aha, well done, well done.
All right. Well, thank you
No,
very,
thanks for
very
having me. I
much.
really appreciate it.
All right. We look forward to watching more and seeing you in March.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye, everybody.